Mike, turn your games down.
Hi, everyone, in our mini episode of Games My Mom Found. I am Mike Albertin, and who's in a prequel of a prequel with me tonight?
I am Joe Butler, and I have to have a quick time event to get my child off me.
I'm Nate McClellan, and I don't know what the plot was here.
We'll talk about it, but that is a fair statement. I'm not sure the game was exactly sure what the plot was either, so.
The plot is to tease God of War 3.
Sort of. We'll get there. I've never played God of War 3, but I do know a little bit about the production of this game, because Google.
Well, we beat the second one.
Yes, but this came out after the second game, but was in production before the second game released. I should say what we're talking about. We were talking about God of War, Chains of Olympus, developed by Ready at Dawn, published by Sony, came out in 2008 for the PSP. And we are just talking about the first one of the two PSP games tonight.
Wasn't that just a loving time cycle when the PSP was just shitting out pretty good games?
This is So I should go with memories of this. I have bought this on the PS3 collection. I always meant to get to it. I never did until about a week or 2 weeks ago when I played it for the show. But I always thought about it. I was like, oh yeah, I should play that game someday. That's my history with it. What about you, Joe?
I never played this. I played the second one. I always wanted to play this. Spoilers, kind of glad I skipped it because the second one's way better than this one. This one's okay.
And Nate?
Yeah, I had never played this one until it came to PS3, and I got it in the God of War collection.
Finally making use of that collection, sort of. So if you played the PS3 version, it is a better version than the PSP version.
Interesting.
Really?
They made it a little better. The controls are a little nicer because in the PSP you only have one analog stick. So some of the shit that, like, to roll you have to hold L1 and R1 or something. It's kind of stupid. But with the PS3 they fixed that. And the graphics are a little better.
Oh,
sorry. That mechanic is still in the PS3 version, I believe. If you hold both L1, R1, and then move the left stick, Kratos will roll.
Okay, but you don't have to. I think you can actually.
You don't have to. Yeah, you can use the right stick to roll.
Okay. 'Cause I was going to ask, too. I was like, how did everyone play this? But it sounds like it doesn't matter. It sounds like the fucking PS3 version is the same as the PSP version anyway.
It's just better. I played PSP on a Steam Deck.
I really
Did this come to PS2? You know how like they would port PSP games to PS2?
This did not.
No, the PS3 port. Yeah, the PS3 port's the only version of it.
This could have, but that would have probably hurt their PSP sales, so they didn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm a little surprised now that you bring it up, because they did it with a lot of games. Secret Agent Clank, Daxter, like a lot of PSP games. I think
Silent Hill Origins was one as well.
Yeah. That version is expensive as fuck, too, now.
They put Persona on the PSP. Both?
Yeah.
Persona? No, just Persona 3.
No, just Persona 3, yeah.
They re-released Persona 1 and 2 on the PSP.
PSP's a good system that did not... There's some good games on the PSP, and I'm... Like, this is one I always heard people talk about whenever I would hear, like, whenever I watch PSP. They're like, oh, like, this is one of the games you need to play. And, I mean, this game is basically God of War. It takes place before God of War 1, but the plot isn't really important.
So, the plot of this one, it takes place... It's really weird, because the God of War timeline's fucking dumb, because they didn't know what they wanted to do, because they wanted to keep shitting these games out. And then they killed it when they released the one on the PS3. And then they're like, yeah, no one wants God of War anymore. It's like, no, we just want a sequel. Can y'all stop creating prequels? And they go, oh, God of War's dead.
Well, you're thinking of Ascension, which is, from my understanding, after we play 3, which will be the end of the year, you'll hear it in 2026, because we recorded actually the last episode of this year we record. Like, I don't think you can top God of War 3, from my understanding.
Nope, God of War 3 is fucking awesome.
So, I think that was the issue, is they tried to top that, and Ascension is another prequel. Because, like, when I played Ascension, I thought Ascension was like God of War 4, and I didn't realize that, no, this is another prequel. So I blame that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everyone did. And, like, the only thing that they were trying to push for, it's like, no, it's still God of War. And look, there's a multiplayer version, part 2, where you can pick, like, a god and then get, like, weapons from the game. And it's like, no one likes this.
This game also takes place before Ascension happens. Or no, after Ascension. So Ascension is the first one, then this, then God of War 1.
What the fuck?
Then God of War, Ghost of Sparta, then God of War 2. There's also some, like, there's comic books and a book of God of War also, in case you didn't know.
There is also a mobile game that is also apparently canon.
Yep, God of War Betrayal is the mobile game.
Yeah.
God, that's weird.
But who's playing this for the canon? Like, for the story? Like, I don't give a shit who. I'm like, oh, he's killing a god. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I like story in games, don't get me wrong, but I'm like, God of War is not what I'm here for with a story. I mean, I'm just here to kill Greek gods and play through a fun beat 'em up platformer.
I think the bigger issue they had too, I'm not gonna lie, they really like kind of fucked up. I'm not saying it's not a bad thing because they technically admit with the new God of War series where they're like, we can't keep shitting these games out and you guys are waiting 5 years. That's why the new God of War isn't a trilogy. It's just a game and a sequel.
Yeah, it takes too long now to do stuff
But
like that.
Yeah, I think they really bit the bullet making it only a trilogy because there's tons of Greek gods and you could have technically like 6 games if you're killing them. I say that because
I mean, technically we do.
yeah, but before we get to the ending, I don't want to spoil it. I honestly was surprised what the final boss was, and I'm like, oh, that's actually kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, we'll talk about it later. I do want to talk about that first level, because since this takes place before God of War 1, he's still working for the gods, he's not hunting Ares in this game. And when you fight the Persian army, I was like, I could get behind a whole game like this.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, how did you feel about actually like fighting the Persian army? Like, did it hit you like, this is awesome?
Not really.
Oh,
Because I was just I was just confused. I think the first time I played it, because I was like, I didn't know where it took place. So I was just confused. I was like, why does he have the blade or the chains of Olympus? So and then I was gonna say, but then they like during that level they kind of tell you like that or is it in the cutscene? I don't know. It didn't hit me because I was just like, has he sold his soul to Ares at this point? Like where or is he just still a random general for Sparta?
No, he already. I was wondering that too, but no, he already had sold his soul.
Yeah, funny enough, Ghost of Sparta very much like the very opening tells you where he is at. Like I think they learned their lesson with this one too, because I don't think people like this one as much as Ghost of Sparta.
No, they don't.
Yeah,
this one got a lot of shit for not later on because Ghost of Sparta is such a good game for what I've heard people say. But I remember this one not being nearly as loved. But I'm like, they're God of War games. I mean, I'm only here for one particular thing, and that's killing enemies in a cool, bloody way, and I get that here. And it's on the PSP. Like, this would have been a really cool game to have on PSP. I actually didn't own this, surprisingly. And I have a lot of PSP games.
It's a solid game, too. I'm not going to lie. Like, I say from what I remember, because I played this, like, last week. And this game's also surprisingly short, but I think I'll double check real quick. I think one of the big things is because it's always a PSP. They wanted the game to be short because there's like a whole arena mode that every God of War game has with this too as well.
I mean, if you're playing handheld, usually you are going to get shorter experiences because the idea is that you're on the go, I guess. I mean,
yes.
If you remember what PSP was trying to tell you in the commercial is take me on do 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 do. The guy walking there playing his PSP on the street and everything's moving around. I love that commercial. I love that song too by Franz Ferdinand. But that's me here. That's what I think of when I play PSP. No, I like the game length. This was like a 4-hour game. This was perfect for me. I beat this in like 2 days. It was wonderful. Oh, Nate, did you go for the platinum in this?
You know it, buddy. You know it. And I got
Did you already had the platinum before this episode, or did you do it when I put it on the show?
No, I did not have the platinum. When you told me about it, I was like, well, time to do this. And I think it's one of the easier platinums for God of War I've gotten. So there was just like one part on hard difficulty where I was like, this fucking sucks rocks.
Do you remember what part? I'm just curious.
I do. It is towards the end of the game. You have to fight 2 Minotaurs at the same time.
Okay.
And it sucked.
I can believe that. I mean, I played on easy, so I wasn't having a hard time, but I can believe it being hard. Like, I'm not.
I mean, it wasn't too bad. It was just that one, just those are 2 very annoying enemies, and then they can knock you out of doing any attack.
Oh,
so like while you're trying to deal with one, and like kind of keeping it stun locked, the other one can just come up and hit you, and you're just like, ugh.
I want to go back to why I like the Persian thing so much, because I'm a history buff, as everyone who listens to this probably knows at this point, because I say it often enough. And being a Greek soldier fighting the Persian just is perfect to me, because that's history. I mean, I'm pretty sure they didn't have a basilisk that was running around with them killing Greeks, but hey, I'm okay with that. But it just made me happy to see him fighting humans and not, monsters for a change. Like, that was a really nice touch for me, and it made me smile to have that in here.
It is pretty cool.
I was kind of sad that it was only one chapter, and then you start fighting monsters again, and you go into different. I was like, no, I want more of it.
Oh, but Mike, you're what is it? One of your favorite Greek gods pops up. Morpheus is causing issues.
Okay, I was so excited, and then I was upset when nothing happens with that.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's like, you beat the first level, you fight the frickin' Persians, you beat them back, and then the sun falls out of the sky, and they're like, oh, Morpheus. I'm like, oh, Morpheus? And then you never see Morpheus. You hear about him, that he's putting the gods to sleep, which will then kill all the mortals, I guess, but nothing happens with him. I'm like, I should be fighting Morpheus.
Yeah, I think that's why a lot of people also don't like this game. It's a lot of people like God of War, and which I think it's funny because they forgive the first game for it, but not this, because this game doesn't have a lot of boss fights. I think it's only maybe like 3 or 4.
3 main ones.
Yeah, and technically God of War 1 only has 3 boss fights, but
The
that's
Hydra, Ares,
and the Minotaur.
Oh, you were right.
And that's it. Yep.
Okay. Well, I mean, this game was in development when God of War 2 is being created, but God of War 2 is such a standout game that, that's probably why.
Yeah, we have a little bit of time, and you weren't there. What's your favorite parts of God of War 2? Since we're kind of like morphing into this, and you were on the last one.
Nate.
I really like the level design of God of War 2. I also think the story is more interesting than in God of War 1. And the boss fights are really good. It just felt like they took everything from God of War 1 that worked and then just perfected it. And God of War 2 is probably my favorite of the series, TBH.
Okay.
But
I am excited for 3.
3 is really good too.
3 is really good.
3 is really good.
If when you do 3, Mike, you should get it for the PS5.
Yeah.
Okay, they did a full remaster for the PS5. It's really good.
Depends on the price when I get near there, but we'll see. I'll wishlist it, because I was upset when I had to pay $30 for Detroit Become Human. That upset me. So
hold on, give me like 2 seconds. I'll keep talking.
But no, I know that the game only has 3 big boss fights, but like the basilisk stuff, I really, really enjoyed. I mean, I was bummed when you eventually go back to hell again. I'm like, again, but it's fine. Oh no, I like the idea of him chasing after his daughter in this. Like the whole idea that he's like, when he gets to hell, he hears his daughter playing the flute that he made for her, and he's still dealing with the nightmares of what he did. Like, I mean, all that is cool. I mean, I wouldn't have minded a game before he kills his kids. I don't think a session is before that, but I don't remember anything about that game.
Ascension shows, I think, a little bit more of what happened. I think Ascension is like finally does the big Batman thing, where it shows what happens and how he kills his wife and everything, and him going like a blood rage and all that.
I beat it, but it was a long time ago. I have no memory of it. So
yeah, I beat that one too. I don't remember it. It is so boring.
So did anyone else have a hard time with the sex minigame? I could not get it to work, and I just walked away.
Yeah, I did too. I think know what I think it is. I think you've mentioned this before. Nate, you can probably say if I'm right or wrong, because I think you've also done PSP games. If you use a fucking analog controller on a fucking remote, the one for your controller spins faster than the PSP. Because I shit you not, I did the sex mini game, I figured it out, and I was like, all right, I got it. And then I'm doing the mini boss fight, the first boss fight, where you have to pull stuff down on top of the enemy.
So it wasn't just me.
Did you have to do it in reverse?
No, I'm not sure. I might have, but I was having issues with it.
Yeah, and I remember one of your podcasts, either I was on it or you were talking about it and I was listening to it. Someone had mentioned
it's on Musha too.
Oh, where the analog stick for like a PSP, if you're playing on an emulator, there's a chance that if you spin it too fast, it won't recognize it.
Oh, okay, that wasn't me, but okay.
Yeah, I actually think that is something that exists. Sometimes the emulator works with it, sometimes it doesn't. I think I had an issue because I have a really nice Hall stick controller, so I was like, I literally had to spin it in reverse for it to work, and I'm like, oh, okay, I guess that works then.
I didn't have to spin it in reverse, but I had to go slower on my Steam Deck. I think. Like, I had to be more careful with it because it would reject it sometimes, and it was weird.
Did you play this on PS3, right, Nate?
I did play it on PS3.
Okay, so you had no issues, if anything.
Yeah, no, he wasn't a thief.
I've
like
never
me.
had issues with the sex mini games.
You see, me and Joe were thieves, so there was that part was the issue, I think, too. So
Yeah, totally not because I'm gay or whatever.
I'm pretty sure you still have sex, even though you're gay. So,
I'm bisexual. That's the other joke.
yeah. I go back to my previous comment. No.
Funny enough, funny story, because we were watching some YouTube video and they were doing goofy challenges, and one of the challenges was to be able to take a bra off in like one go, and I'm like, oh, it's not that hard, and all my fucking friends, including my husband, looked at me like I was stupid, and I'm like what? And they're like, John, you're gay. I'm like, I'm bisexual. I've been with women, you guys. Holy shit. And they're like, oh yeah. I'm like, you guys fucking suck.
Places we go. So there was one dumb part that I was reminded when you had to like carry a torch around. That irritated me. I didn't like that part. I'm watching. I didn't know what to do. It took me a second to figure out, I got to put it on the freaking... I think I had to look up what to do and like, put it on the hay. And I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I kept fighting the banshees or whatever.
Me too.
I was like, okay, something is going to happen.
Well, you're just following regular video game logic. You kill everything until something happens.
And isn't the torch to the left, too?
Yeah, and you walk slow, and yeah, it was stupid. I was just bummed that there wasn't more Morpheus, but I'm a like, my cat is named Morpheus, wherever the hell the little bastard is right now, and that's not because of this, that's because of Sandman, obviously. But to be fair, he was named before Neil Gaiman turned out to be a crazy ass, well, not crazy, being a piece of shit, but I still love Sandman and Morpheus, so. And my kitty is a little piece of shit, so sometimes it works. He's a little ass.
By the way, I think it's low-key kind of funny, too. Spoilers for the God of War. You do this whole game fighting Helios, and I think they also knew Helios is like the first god you kill in God of War 3.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, you rip his head off and uses the flashlight.
I'm looking forward to 3.
There's some fun stuff in that game.
Like, I had no intention to do all these God of War games originally. Like, we did 1, and then the person that suggested it left the show, and I kind of like lost interest. And I think just over time, I was convinced to play 2, and then now I'm like, I was thinking about like, yeah, fuck it, since we're doing 3 at the end of the year, that's kind of how we got here. But no, that's cool. I did not realize that Helios is in 3. I mean, I don't think they knew much because this is in production during 2, and I'm also assuming that like they weren't told a whole lot about what was going on with 2 or anything. So I mean, this game was like trying to make a self-contained story that the game happens and the game wraps up in itself for the most part. And even though there's a few contradictions.
I imagine that they probably took a bunch of ideas to Sony and Sony Santa Monica and then eventually just landed on like, okay, prequel to the first game. And it was just like, yeah, and here's, and they were probably told like, here's gods you can't,
oh god, yes,
kill or like touch.
I mean, all you have is you have Helios that you don't fight. You have Chart. Oh, that's not a god, but
Charon.
Yeah, the riverboat sticks. I enjoyed seeing him in this. I like that character.
Yeah, that was a fun fight too.
Yeah, that was a good fight.
I like the big hand that you get. I hate that doesn't come back ever again.
The Zeus Gauntlet?
The Zeus Gauntlet, yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
that thing rules.
I actually did use other weapons in this game. I used the Zeus Gauntlet a little bit, which is really not like me in God of War games. I'm very I just stick with the Blades of Chaos because the Blades of Chaos. But I did mess with that a little bit because it was fun. No, I thought the fight with the boat guy is good. I keep fucking forgetting his name. How to pronounce it right?
Charon.
I should know this. I've watched enough Greek stuff over the years. I like how he throws you to hell. I thought that was kind of amusing. Even though I was like, not hell again. Even though you're not dead. And I killed every person that was tied up in Tartarus too, because why not?
I'm like 90% sure you go to hell in every God of War game.
Did you go in God of War 2?
Yes?
I believe so. Because
wait, you get killed in God of War 2, then you have to reset
because you climb back.
Yeah, you go to hell.
Yeah.
What about God of War 3? Well, you fight Hades in 3, right?
Yeah, so you go to hell.
Yeah, you don't really leave hell. Okay. Well, we'll see about Ghost of Sparta and Ascension then, too.
You also go to hell in Ghost of Sparta. Spoilers for right now, but you do.
I mean, I don't think that's really a spoiler in God of War anymore. You go to hell. Oh, okay.
Yeah. You also go to hell in both the new God of Wars as well. And they even make a comment in that in the last game. They're like, man, we go to hell a lot. And Kratos is like, yeah, more than you think.
I do want to play those games too, by the way.
They're going to make you sad, dude.
That's fine.
Dad
They
of
look
War.
good. So that's another. We'll get there slowly. But yeah, I do want to play them. I mean, I was surprised how well this game played on a PSP. Like it felt like God of War 1, which is not a bad thing. I mean, not as good as what it could be, but there was no part of this that was a bad game. Other than the plot was kind of dumb. But I mean, like control-wise, it was really good.
Yeah, it's fun to play. I mean, it felt just like God of War at the time, where it was just heavy on the action, and that's always fun.
All you need, I mean, with a God of War game, I don't expect a whole lot. I also love the fact that it was a 4-hour game. I mean, that was wonderful for me.
Yeah,
I also playing games, and that's not normally for me. I'm pretty good about being like, okay, it's bedtime. Steam Deck stays downstairs. I go to bed. But no, Steam Deck came upstairs with me, and I had a blast. I really enjoyed my 2-3 days with this game. I think it was 2 days, actually.
That's why we had to get rid of the PSP. It's too powerful.
and then they made the Vita and put out like 0 good games on it.
Yeah.
There's some good games on Vita. They just...
There's
not developed by Sony.
Yeah, not enough good games on the Vita, which is even sadder.
There's a lot of random RPGs on the Vita.
This is a good RPG machine, yeah.
There's a lot of random ass shit on there. That's one system I don't have, and I've never messed with emulation yet for it. I know it's out there. Like I have some PS Vita ROMs, but it's just one thing I haven't gotten around to yet.
I have a Vita in my basement that I need to finish hacking at some point.
You should, yes. I bought a Vita once from my ex-girlfriend. Does that count? So that's the only time I ever bought a Vita. And I played 10 minutes of Sound Hill Book of Memories for her because I bought her that game too because she wanted it.
Yeah, that game's ass, dude. Can't wait to play it.
If they put that out now, I bet it would be a fun multiplayer game, though.
I mean, Konami finally figured out what games are again, so maybe I would love to have them re-release it on Steam or something just to have it there.
Thank the fucking All God. Holy shit, we're getting another Silent Hill remake as well.
Oh, and that music.
Yeah.
Hit all the nostalgia buttons for me.
I'm glad. Is this game on PS5 or this remastered too, or
No?
Okay, so it just stuck to. I mean, at least it's like you can download it like on a PS4 or something. It's out, or this locked to PS3.
I think it's just locked to PS3.
Yeah, Sony's
I think they've put it on the PS3 streaming thing.
Yeah, so Sony's also remembering how to fucking put older games on their newer console, because for years people have been like, why can't I play my PS3 games on my PS4 or 5? Well, how the fuck are we supposed to do that? You did it with the PS3. Oh, yeah.
Well, supposedly the PS3 had different architecture that made it hard to port, supposedly. I'm a little bummed that these games are locked to the PS3, because that's such a... As a system, I feel like not as many people have. Like, during that era, 360 was the system that everybody wanted. Not this. Not PS3. So, and when did this game come out again? I know I said at the top of the episode, but 2008. Okay, so yeah, we're already into the 360 life cycle by this point. And the PS3, I don't remember when the year the PS3 comes out in.
That was 2006, I think.
Was it?
Yeah, I think the 360 was 2005 and the PS3 was 2006.
That seems about right.
Oh, I'm sorry. 2007? 7? No? PS3 was released on November 11, 2006 in Japan, followed by November 17th in North America.
Okay. I remember it did not sell great here. I remember I worked, well, at least not at first. I remember working at a Target and we had it and it was fucking ridiculously expensive for the PS3.
I mean, yeah, $600. That was...
Goddamn. Because that's before inflation, too. Holy shit.
Yeah. And I think their big reasoning was that it could play PS1 and PS2 games.
Yep. Supposedly that was why it had to be so expensive. Supposedly.
Yeah. And then that's why... Because like later models of it could not play PS2 games, but you could still play PS1 on there.
They took it out. They took it out of there. Also, when PS3 came out, it was one of the best Blu-ray players on the market.
Yeah,
that conversation I've had many times in here.
Did you also have the one where they had to fire the CEO of Sony when the PS3 came out?
Why?
Oh, that's a fun story. So whenever the PS3 came out, they actually, what's even funnier, because what is it, 2006? You guys said?
Yes.
So the CEO of Sony was like, hey, I want y'all to release the PS3 as a luxury item. And they're like, well, how much do you want us to release it for? He wanted to sell it for $1,000 fucking dollars. And the board members were like, why? He goes, I want, if you walk into someone's house and you see they have a PS3, I want everyone to think that you are someone that you deserve to own that console. And the board went, dude, this guy's fucking crazy. And they actually fired him for that. Or they let him go.
I mean, that's smart. I mean, maybe more companies should follow suit and fire CEOs when they do dumb shit on the internet and on board meetings. You know, we'd be in a better place. Like if they say that I'm going to support Hitler reincarnated, they go, no, you're out the door, bye, guy. So, that'd be nice. So, all right. Oh, this game brought back everything else from God of War. I mean, you have your red chest, you have your Gorgon eyes, your Phoenix feathers. I thought the magic here was pretty good, too. I like the Ifrit spell. I like it. It fit the Persian thing, because it's from Persian myth for one item.
That was cool,
a nice touch.
Yeah.
Again, I wanted a Persian game. I would have liked this to have been him fighting Persians the whole game and deal with some of their gods and stuff. But I know, God of War, it's Greek. But still, that's what I wanted personally. I'm such a I keep saying Germany, but Greek fought the Persians a lot. Like Alexander the Great is the one that fucked up the Persians later on. Like they were enemies forever, those two countries. So that's why it got me excited. And the famous story, the 300 Spartans that hold off the Persian army before they got a comic book, which I've never read and never will.
That is also mentioned in one of the other God of War games too. Don't worry.
I mean, I'm fine with that because he is a Spartan. I mean, it is a historical event that did happen. So, I don't know how the movie goes or how the comic goes, but I mean, there is a historical event where they did hold off they did hold them off and they did buy time. Like that's a real event. So I'm okay with that being referenced. I mean, I'm assuming there were no monsters at that valley. Like there probably will be if God of War looks at it later on, but I'm okay with it.
Well,
and then the final boss of this game, which kind of is a twist that you don't really see coming, and it's kind of weird. But you kill Persephone, you have to fight her, you find out she's the one that's kind of behind everything, I guess, somehow?
Yeah, so I know it sounds goofy.
Oh, it does.
No, it makes sense though. Greek storytelling doesn't really have a very good, and this is my weird knowledge of it coming through, doesn't really have a good telling of what the story behind Hades and Persephone is. Technically, the only real god that's been shown to actually be a piece of shit has been Zeus. There's certain characteristics where Persephone was stolen away and that she was basically kidnapped by Hades. There's other stories where Persephone is Zeus's niece and he either ends up stealing her from Demeter or he ends up offering her to Hades as a wife. 60% of the stories about Persephone are about her being either taken or stolen or given to Hades. So her tricked. Or tricked with the stupid fucking
apple, right?
No. What is that fruit? Nate, what is that fruit?
The pomegranate?
Pomegranate. She gets hooked to the pomegranate, yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
So her being a bad guy because she's upset because she's been forced to marry the god of death is a decent, pretty story beat because it makes sense at the end of the day.
It does. I was just like, again, the Morpheus bit, like, was she involved with Morpheus to why the dream was happening for no reason?
Yeah, she wants the whole world to crumble because basically if the world doesn't exist, the underworld doesn't have to exist and she's allowed to be free. Even if that means she dies from it, she doesn't really give a shit.
I just know her story from the Hercules movie has one of them where she gets taken away from the god and brought to Hades and eats something there. So now she's stuck there forever.
That's the reason why we have winter.
Her mother was upset.
Yeah, but technically we need winter anyways, which is even stupider. She ate six. Yeah. She ate 6 pomegranate seeds and has to stay 6 months in the underworld. But then they also said she's the reason why Elysium exists. It's like I said, Greek mythology is that's what the story of Persephone was not written down well.
It also changes, like different storytellers and different. I mean, you think about we're looking at how many thousands of years later are we looking at their religion? I mean, and how much stuff was lost when people murdered entire cities and burned everything to the ground, like that too.
Also, you have multiple people who tell these stories and they have to put their own bullshit in them too. So
yeah, I mean that's what you do. No, I a lot of my Greek mythology information comes from the damn Hercules show that I used to really love. I really wanted to meet Kevin Sorbo at one time. That went away, by the way. I have little interest, and that makes me sad.
I can't imagine why.
He turned out to be stupid.
Yeah, just kidding.
I know you know why. He turned out to be an idiot, and he wanted all of Twitter to know, and it makes me sad, because I really, really wanted to meet him and get an autograph. I'm like, you're cool. Then I'm like, oh, no. I waited too long. I had to meet you before 2016. So
there's also a Shield of Helios.
I like that in this game.
Yeah, it's a good parry system. Technically, we talked about the fighting a little bit. I like the parry system in this. It's almost as good as the parrying in God of War 2 when you have the Golden Fleece.
It was good. I used it a few times, and I'm not a big parrying person in games, but I was like, this ain't bad.
Also, Nate, Mike, we're 3 games in officially now, correct? Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Have y'all at least agree with me yet that the goddamn God of War is technically a Metroidvania?
No.
It's a
God damn it.
linear action game.
You go back to certain areas. There's a hub
Not
area.
enough.
God damn it.
Yeah, not enough.
You're not. I mean, yes, but not real. Not in this game at all. Really, like you. Okay, I guess you do kind of run through that temple more than you should have to, but you're not revisiting old areas. You're just continuing on through the temple.
Full offense. I'm just really in the mood. I'm just really in the mood and being a slut for Metroidvania. And the only itch that will fix that scratch is Metroid 4.
Yeah, does Nintendo even have a release date for that yet?
According to England, it's out now.
Yeah, I saw that and I laughed. I was like, "Holy shit, is it?"
It was already out to
there's-
be on the internet.
Yeah, there's no release date. I'm sure after Donkey Kong comes out next week, or not next week, that next month, they'll start ramping up with directs for Metroid Prime 4.
That Donkey Kong be looking fucking good though.
Yeah, I didn't watch the direct because I don't have a Switch 2 and I didn't want to make myself sad.
Fair.
Well, speaking of sad, I went by last week I drove by my old GameStop I used to go to when I first moved here all the time, and they had a sign saying they were closed, and I'm like, oh, I should go in there one more time. And then I went by there literally less than 5 days later, and they're gone completely.
Oh.
So I was like, oh well, fuck you, GameStop. That's what was said out loud again many times.
Fuck you, GameStop, indeed.
I guess the cryptocurrency didn't work out for them. It did.
That's crazy that it didn't work out for them.
Well, they were just following what they thought was coming from a very bright mind. It said, buy crypto. And little did they know that it meant, I'll make you rich. Not you, but they're dumb. I don't know. I mean, I don't understand how a brick and mortar store thought buying crypto was a good idea. Like, we're going to use the money we have to buy crypto. Like, why? Why don't you just change your business model a little bit and find a way to succeed in where you already know, not buy crypto? Like, what? Weird ass fucking company. How are they still around?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
We make that joke a lot on this podcast, and I'm just like, how? I'm running out of GameStops. So there's not many around here anymore. Most of them are gone.
There's one that I still go to.
The one that you worked at?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not gone yet?
No, and then again, as I say that, I haven't gone there in like 3 fucking months.
You
But,
sure it's still there?
Yeah, I there's a grocery store next to it that I go to a lot.
Oh, okay. So I was gonna say, you with GameStops, you never know. They're there one day and they're just gone.
You know what? They did close a bunch of GameStops recently, didn't they?
Yeah.
The crypto failed, so yeah.
No, like I don't know, probably yeah. Because I remember there's a bunch of people saying like, yeah, the GameStop I've worked at for 10 or 15 or even 20 fucking years is finally closing, and I'm sad.
Yeah, a lot of them, like the one that stapled people's Switch 2s and broke them.
Those poor.
I think
dudes.
GameStop made a joke about it on their Facebook. I'm like, why are you jumping on it? You know you fired the guy.
And that's pretty funny that they made a joke about it. But I also heard it was because it was really hot that day, and they were trying to tape the receipts to the pre-ordered consoles so that they wouldn't, sell them as non-pre-ordered consoles. And then when the tape wasn't sticking, they just resorted to stapling.
But you know that the employee that did it was told to do it by somebody, and I guaranted you it was the employee that got fired.
I hope not.
No,
we know.
The employee that did it did say that he called someone above him and went, "Hey, the tape's not sticking. What do I do?" And they went, "Oh, just use a fucking stapler." And he's like, "I'm super gonna get fired, even though I have an email that had them tell me to do that."
That doesn't work.
Also,
I tried that.
Is it really why is the console that close to the box? Or the
I also agree with that too.
Yeah, why isn't there styrofoam?
It's like, what? Like every console I've owned is directly in the middle of the box, surrounded by styrofoam, a wrap, like cardboard to hold it in place. Like,
why is it that you put a staple through the box and it just destroys the screen? Like, to me, you you're right, Nate. That makes no sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe they were trying to find cheaper ways to ship it.
They were.
I mean, maybe. Well, considering they were going through the whole tariff situation at the time of trying to launch pre-orders.
To be or not to be tariffs? That is the question. Have a taco.
I know we're getting a little goofily off topic. That had to be the goofiest thing of just people being like, "Hey, why doesn't Nintendo just move their factory to America? America's better anyways," and just hundreds of people arguing online.
I don't know if you know this, Joe, but people are fucking stupid.
Speaking of people being stupid, I do like the big design they give Persephone at the end. The big 6 angel wing look.
I do too.
Oh yeah, it's a cool design. And that's another cool fight.
That was a good fight.
It's an awesome fight. And
then you having to kill people in Elysium to get your power back, I thought that was actually cool. I know that YouTube I was watching was complaining about that, but I'm like, no, this is cool.
Oh no, that is cool.
I don't care if it's that logical or not. I like it.
It also kind of blows my mind that pre-PlayStation 4 God of War, the biggest emotional damage the series could do came from this game where you have to bash circle to push Calliope away.
You are not wrong.
It is insane the level of the creativity that went into that, and also combining gameplay and story and emotional consequences into just like that one tiny scene.
That was a good scene.
Yeah.
And a sad one, too. It really was sad. Because
Yeah.
he just wanted his daughter back. You know, like, that's why he's even doing all this shit that he just wants her back, which makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, he gives up everything after talking to Persephone. He's like, okay, I'll do that, you know? And then is like, oh, wait, if the world is going to be destroyed.
I mean, all reality would be destroyed, essentially, too. So it's not like he could just be like, okay, I'll just be in the afterlife with her. There's no reality. Because all the gods are gone, which he kills all the gods later, but we'll get there. Another time. I mean, in this game, yeah, it plays like God of War. You can rip people's wings off and grab enemies and kill them, and yeah, there's quick time events. I don't hate quick time events. Now that they're not so common, when I go back to old games, I kind of enjoy them.
Fucking love QuickTime events. I wish we had better games with QuickTime events.
Well, they were overused at one time, you know, and that upset people. And now they're never used, so they can't upset people anymore.
Boo. I miss my QuickTime events in the RE4 remake.
Oh, they're not in that?
Nope.
No, they're not.
Oh, that's taking away part of the charm.
And I agree with you. Running away from boulders and giant Salazar, or not Salazar statues. Who's the small guy?
Yeah, Salazar. You got it right.
Salazar.
Oh, Salazar? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
Sadler's the big bad. Yeah.
Yeah, they take away the statue. They take away a bunch of the goofy stuff. It's like, that's why I love RE4. It was like a really good B movie.
Perfect game.
Yeah.
I love that game.
There's still some goofy stuff in the remake, but they definitely toned it down.
Got any smokes? Got gum. Is that in there? That needs to be in
Yeah,
there.
it's in there.
Okay, good. All right. Do you have anything else to say about this game? Age of Olympus?
I like how the game ends like a Metroidvania where he falls back to Earth and he's on that same goddamn fucking cliff that we always see him on. And they Zeus and Athena take away his weapons and they're like, "Get fucked, nerd."
We got to nerf you because the game that came out before this, that takes place after this, you don't have those weapons that didn't exist, so we can't let you have them. I'm okay with that. It's a prequel. Anytime you have prequels, you have to do shit like that. It doesn't bother me. I know some people get upset with it, but I'm like, it's just what you have to do in a prequel.
I mean, even in the sequels, I think they do a good job of like explaining why he's losing his, like why he's starting from zero again.
So it didn't bother me in here. I was like, yep, it's fine. It is what it is. I'm not upset. That's how I felt. I had no complaint with it.
I don't have a complaint with it. I just think it's a little silly. I love it when games.
It was silly. I will give you that.
I love it when games do that. Whenever it's like, "Hey, what happened to your old weapons?" "Oh, I broke them in between this and the last one." It's okay though.
You have to do dumb shit like that though. Otherwise, it just won't work. This game wasn't too puzzle heavy either, which was nice. I had a few. I'm not a big puzzle gamer. I think I looked up in this game too because I was confused, but I can't remember now.
I don't remember anything that was like really just overly difficult in the game. It's just a nice, breezy playthrough.
That's all you need. You know, you just need that.
With a okay story. I just think the story does not matter until the Calliope stuff happens.
It doesn't. There's
like
no purpose.
Yeah.
Until then.
Like there were no emotions.
I mean, were you playing?
There were no stakes in it. You know.
No.
I don't know. I think maybe. I think God of War has had some pretty good story. Like even since the first one.
Funny enough, spoiler for the third game, you do find Persephone's body. So this does answer my question of, oh, hey, there's Persephone's body. I wonder why she's dead. Because I'm not gonna lie, I never played this before 3. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You use her like her body's like in like a fucking coffin, and you use it to ring a bell.
I do not.
That's supposed to be why he hates you so much.
Yeah.
Hades?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he killed his wife.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that would make somebody pretty angry.
Yeah, he's pretty butthurt about it, I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, wouldn't you be?
Yeah.
Makes sense. But yeah, that's all I got. All right. And then now you're going to hear from Sierra.
Hi, Sierra.
And who's with me?
Sierra, aka Warden from Bias Gaming.
And welcome. Glad that we could fit you in for this episode. I know you couldn't make the main recording. So as I asked the other guys earlier, what is your history with God of War Chains of Olympus?
Well, to begin with, this whole game series is just embedded in me deeply in my childhood. I think I've had like awkward crushes on Kratos throughout the times, you know, Just
Fair.
I mean, I don't know how else to say it. I was obsessed with the games growing up, honestly. I don't even remember how I found the games. All I know is I found them, I loved them, and have been playing since.
I mean, to be fair, God of War was everywhere for that little bit of time, so
So,
it was so huge. I know when we did God of War 2, we made jokes about Mario dressing up as Kratos, so how's that coming so far?
so far we've been pushing. Right now it's been crazy with me going to school and working and stuff. So it's a little backed up, but he has all the, what's it called? The outlinings and everything for us. So it's slow progress. Slow progress.
I had to make that joke, so that way when he listens to this later on, he'll complain to me. So,
Oh, no, trust me. I mean, he's going really hard trying to grow that beard out. I mean, he's growing, we're doing everything. I keep reminding him all the time, too. I mean, he lost a lot of weight. He's starting to work on his six-pack, so he's doing good.
I
Shout
saw
out to
pictures of
you.
him. He looks like he's in good shape. Much better shape than I am, so I give him credit.
I'm, like I said, I'm proud of him.
Did you ever play this one, Chains of Olympus, before then back in the day?
No, I
Okay.
didn't actually know about it back in the day until I would say Mario bought me the whole pack. And then
Okay.
I realized there was some in between, and I was like, what the fuck? So I had to play them. And I played them throughout the years since he's got it. I just never got to fully finish it, but I've been going in and out of them. I love them a lot. I even just watched the playthroughs even when I didn't want to play, because for a good amount of time we had a PlayStation 3. Then we didn't have a PlayStation 3. Then we had a PlayStation 3. Then we had to sell the PlayStation 3. Yeah.
I mean, this
So
game is one of the more forgettable ones of the series, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, this game kind of forgets about one of its villains in the game. They introduced Morpheus, as I joked on the regular in the main part of the episode, and never shows up.
Yeah, I didn't know that he was ever part of this until that, and I was like, what the fuck? When I was going through, I was like, huh? This is actually pretty cool. Why the fuck didn't, show up before?
And doesn't even do anything in this game. Like, there's no conclusion to that. I found that strange.
Like that cliffhanger they just want to leave you on, but then they never end it. It's like the worst animes that they never give you the ending series.
That is fair.
There's a couple of those, man.
So what did you think about in the beginning fighting the Persians and fighting the Basilisk?
Okay, the Basilisk was annoying, but I also thought he was a giant puppy.
Fair.
I just didn't like we couldn't just beat him right then and there, but I did in a way kind of like that he comes back after you beat the Persian prince or king or yeah. But
Somebody.
I loved how you killed him. I love how you're supposed to kill him. Like, you could take my riches, my women, my kingdom. No, I won't take your riches, but I'll take your life. Ha ha ha! Bash, 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 bash. I loved it.
Kratos, all right.
Yeah, because it was also like reminded me of my favorite Destiny when he has in number 3 when you're killing Poseidon, you're just like bashing his head and things hits you, push your fingers. I love the brutality. So.
No, I mean, it works for this game. Like, with this being a PSP game, it actually feels pretty good for a PSP game. Like, it feels very much like the first God of War. And I was wondering how you felt about that.
It's not a God of War game unless he has some kind of sexiness or brutality in this.
I mean, you get both. Was this the game that you were having trouble with the sex mini game where your friend was having questions? Because I struggled with this one. Like, I could not get it to work.
No, I don't think it was this one. I think it was the number 2. I think the one when they're on the boat and everything.
Okay, I just remember that story, and I struggled. I could not get the sex mini game to work in this one. I said, "Fuck it," and just continue on with the game because it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I get determined with these. I don't know why. Sometimes, I think it's as a woman, I feel more compelled. I have to pleasure the woman, even though she's like an animated character. I mean, I still feel so bad because I understand that frustration.
That is fair. No, it's not terrible. That is fair. I don't know how far I want to go into it, but I always I make that joke many times where I'm like, women know how to pleasure women. So, but yes. That is that is a fair tape. Something I think about a lot. So, all right, and then I mean, with this game, I know one thing about it, that it only has 3 boss fights. That we had talked about that too. How did you feel about the second boss fighting? God, I cannot pronounce Sheridan or. I went through the whole thing with this yesterday. I cannot pronounce it, or 2 days ago.
Isn't that the Tolman, the boat guy?
Yes, I just can't pronounce his name right.
I couldn't either. I had
Okay.
to look it up again. I still couldn't even pronounce it. The boat guy, I actually loved him. I thought it was pretty badass, a little different from the way they did it, but it was annoying because when he goes up at the top and you're trying to hit him and shit, I can't. I killed me every time. But
I had
yeah,
a
I liked it
bit of
because it
issue.
was different. I liked the design that he had. It killed me. I had to go a couple different times.
Okay. No, that's fair. I mean, I died too on him the first one the game makes you, but I also kind of messed up on my first real fight with him too.
I actually the first time that happened, I thought I thought I lost, and I was like, no, and I was like, oh, that's supposed to happen. I freaked out for a second.
That's not your fault. I mean, I was wondering for a second, but I'm like, I died way too quick for this to be like accident on, or just to be non-purposeful
Yeah,
on easy.
exactly.
Because he fucking just murders you in a second.
Yeah, you're just like you have no chance. You're done. You're just like quick, boom, done. Okay, next scene. Here's your cutscene. Oh, okay.
I mean, and we talked about this, but you go to hell again in this game, like every God of War game.
I was gonna say, how many times is that now? I mean, pretty much you should have a condo, a whole, space there now.
This is the third time in the history of the games out of the third, because it's technically the third game that comes out for God of War is this one, because this comes out
You would think at this point,
in between
Hades
2
would
and 3.
yeah, through all of the things you would think Hades would just give up trying to drag his ass down to hell.
I mean,
Or
this wasn't even
Tartarus.
Hades. This is just the boatman throws you down here because he's like, "Fuck you, you can't pay me, so go to hell anyway." Like you don't get where you're headed. In this one, I mean, second one, I can't even remember. I know you die. I think you die you die in the first one because Ares kills you, and then you go to hell and climb back up. I don't remember what it was in 2. I think Zeus killed you. You went to hell. It's been a while, but okay.
Yeah,
Something
he
I want
fell
to
all
ask:
the way down. Okay.
what did you think of the gauntlet of Zeus in this game? It's
Honestly,
the
I don't remember right now.
Okay, no problem. It's the only
Yeah.
other weapon you get besides the Blades of Chaos. It's just one of the slower, heavier weapons.
Oh, see, then I don't use those too much. I don't like
Fair.
using a lot of the bigger. I like to stick just to the Blades of Chaos because it's an easier kill and it's already how I know, and I like to just quick button mash. I'll use it as like a quick, like, boom, and then be done, and then just go back to the Blades of Chaos. Like, I kind of did the same thing in 3 when we got all the different weapons, except for when we needed them, I didn't like to use them. I don't know why. I love the Blades of Chaos.
No, that's fair. Nothing wrong with that. I was just in this playthrough. I actually did experiment with some of the different weapons, which I don't normally do.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just curious how you felt.
I'm just I don't know how I like very picky on how I am with my gameplay on sometimes and stuff.
That's
I just
fair.
feel like I need to get out there on certain ones, but yeah.
I mean, this game is pretty much feels like God of War 1 in
Yeah,
like a smaller version
exactly.
of it, which I like. I mean, this is a PSP game originally, so like that makes sense.
And I think that's the reason why I didn't play it before, because I never had one of those.
Well, you didn't miss much. Yeah. I mean, PSP is a good system, but like, unless you were, time and place. Otherwise, now there's many other fine ways to play those games, like I did on my Steam Deck or PC or anything. Like,
Yeah, I'm a very simple gamer. Like, I started out playing with the COD games because that's what I watched my dad play once I got into those and stuff. I tried to venture out into more, and I stayed strictly PlayStation and stuff, so I just kind of stayed with what I knew. Then my mom kind of just bought us whatever games because she was tired of us playing shooter games and stuff, so. Yeah,
That's fair.
she's the one who introduced us to basically BioShock. I think, like I said, I think she's the one who got the God of War game. I know we didn't get the first one right away, so I basically would say my mom is the reason why I got into a lot of gaming. But I stay simple. I just did the quick run through. I didn't do a lot of the special stuff. I just stick to what I knew, kind of thing.
How'd you feel about the final part of this game where he finally confronts Persephone and you find out that Persephone, I know I'm pronouncing it wrong, is the big villain of this game, even though, like, I know that kind of plays a part in 3 because Hades hates you in 3 and her dead body's in 3, Joe was telling me, or Nate.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Oh shit, that's right.
Mhm. I mean, I like her from Greek mythology because she's in one of the Kevin Sorbo Hercules movies, and where I knew
Yeah.
her from, where she's tricked to go to hell pretty much and eat
I
something.
I liked it, but it was almost kind of typical because a lot of stories you already know that she doesn't like to be there, so she wants to be gone, so she does whatever she can to kind of leave. So of course she's going to kind of be the villain in a way. But I liked it, the way they did everything. That's how I felt with it. Just
Okay.
in a way, typical.
As a fellow parent, how'd you feel about him meeting his dead daughter and then having to push her away to become God of War again? It hit me a
I
little.
completely forgot about that
Oh.
part, and you beat it. Terrible.
Yeah, you have to do it as a quick time event. You got to sit there and keep tapping O to get to push her away, so that way then he can free himself and get his powers back.
Yeah, oh my god, it killed me. I actually, yeah, I cried, I think, because I kept thinking of my daughter, Elizabeth, and everything, and I'm just like, no, but I want to, and I'm like, oh my god, and he knows, and the whole thing is he technically killed her, so he definitely wants to hold her. We're just like, yeah, it's so terrible, but so fucking good.
I liked it
Like,
too. I
yeah,
think it's a good moment to add to more anger to Kratos. Like as you go into God of War 1, more why he hates Hades. I think this helps fuel that even more.
oh
Because not
my
only did he
god.
kill his family, he then had to like reject his daughter when he was in hell. So like more reason to hate the god.
Well, doesn't it? There's another time later on where he has to fight like a whole bunch of hymns, and then he gets a chance to save his family.
That's
and
in God of
then,
War 1, pretty sure.
Okay,
It's been a bit, but because I did God of War 1 before I met you and Mario. So
yeah.
it's been a bit.
Oh yeah.
I think that's from 1. I guess the only other question I have is shelf stacker box for you then.
Oh, it's always on the shelf for me. We play it a lot. It's on the PlayStation still. I have the collection and everything, so that's why I was all like, we'll play. But then I haven't been able to play it because of work and everything. So yeah, that's where I'll have it.
And then at some point, most likely we're going to do Ghost of Sparta next before we do 3. 3's at the end of the year, but we'll see. I didn't realize that 3 came out first, then Ghost of Sparta did, but Ghost of Sparta takes place in between 2 and 3. Or no, 1 and 2, so we'll see. But all right. Well, thank you, Sierra, for being able to join me for this. And stay tuned for the rest of our ranking.
You're welcome.
And we're back. All right, I think we should do shelf stacker box.
Whatever Sierra said, I 100% agree with. Anyways, we're.
I mean, I'd be careful what it is Sierra.
Don't tell her I said that. I'd be surprised.
I ain't gonna say anything. She'll be surprised, I'll be surprised, and Mario will be surprised. I can tell you that. I don't release it till later in the month after I record it, so no one has any memory of what we said. It's wonderful.
Yeah, I'm usually stoned during these, so I don't remember what I said anyways.
Fair statement. All right. Well, yeah. Nate, what about you? Shelf stacker box.
I would just put this, I don't know, stack. It's okay. It's not, like, when I think of God of War, like, I'm going to go back and play 1 through 3 or Ghost of Sparta, but it's not overly bad or mediocre like Ascension is. So just gonna put it on the stack.
Okay. I'll go next. I'm a little torn because I was on the shelf. I had a really good time. I enjoyed my 4 hours with it. I didn't want to put it down. I was like, this is just fun. It's a really fun little game. And I had a great time. So it's going on the shelf. And Joe.
I'm gonna treat this the way I usually treat games personally. I say stack it. I didn't have a bad time with it, but I also think you only need to replay this game maybe once. You can probably play this one and the other one like back to back in like a weekend just to burn through the entire God of War series. Because you could do that. You could technically play them in release order. And
if you did it all in a weekend or 2, you would hate yourself by the time you're done.
Well, not in general. I'm just saying if you're in a mood to play all. Some people don't mind playing the same game for like.
I can't do that, sir. So that's all I think. I've done it. I've tried. Terrible.
I can, as I've restarted Death Stranding before 2 comes out, but yeah, I think it's not too bad. I wouldn't say it's super fun, but I would say it's a pretty decent little PSP game. I played worse PSP games, but I've also played better.
It really just seems like a proof of concept. Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Jump in, but
no, you're good. It
just seems like a proof of concept. And then once they proved that they could make a good God of War game on the PSP, then they were really cooking with Ghost of Sparta.
Yeah. Plus, this is also a thing too that they do. They also really try to push. So I completely see them like being like, we're gonna try to see what we could do on this, and it worked out good enough that they pushed harder the second time. Because I think we talked a little bit about gameplay, but this you only get like one extra weapon and like one spell, and that's it.
In this one,
yeah,
you don't get a lot.
Yeah, maybe. I think you get I think you have 3 spells total.
Like the Genie Bash and what else?
You have an arrow thing, or not an arrow, but like a thing you shoot that's got to do with the sun.
And then I think you have...
Deflection is also one of the spells.
Is it?
No.
It's
I
counted
guess
as
that
one
counts.
you
Yeah.
can upgrade it, and then the King Club, Zeus's Gauntlet.
Yeah. But yeah, that's Chains of Olympus.
Okay. All right, and I guess we'll go to plugs. Nate, where can people find you at?
Hey, you can find me on TikTok at Nate Does Comedy. Go follow me there and watch some good reposts.
All right, and if you enjoyed this episode, there's over 800 episodes of this podcast. We do movies, TV shows, video games, comics, all sorts of content, tons and tons of content. You never know what you're going to find. You can search, type in Back to the Future, for example. There's 3 episodes on that, so we have lots of stuff for you to listen to. We do movies, comics, TV shows, video games, all sorts of that. If you want to support the show, we do have Patreon, a little darn vote in our Patreon polls. We have 1 to 2 polls a month, just $1 to be on there, and you get to affect the show because things that go in that poll sometimes don't come back because sometimes it throws something on there just to fill a poll. You never know. So, but I do it. If it wins or ties, it gets done. Period. That's how the show works. That's how the Patreon works. So definitely go check that out. If you want to be a part of the show, if you want to suggest things for the show, join our Discord. It's free. We're always having new people join us, alert, suggest things. I will some of you be on the show too. There's lots of stuff for that too. So great way to be a part of the show. And I want to give a shout out to my awesome intro and outro, courtesy of Helena at Hell Has Free. You can follow her on TikTok and Instagram. And check out A Gamer Looks at 40 with Bill Tucker. And check out absolutely the best podcast of Work in Progress. They talk about the MC movies and MCU adjacent. We think that. And if you want to hear the rest of our God of War content, it will be in the show notes. And please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, YouTube, audio only. Rate and review if you get your podcast. And that's everything I need to say. So we will see you guys all next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.